Morning. Well, it's day 28 of my journey on meds. Has it really been 4 weeks already? My God, it's gone really quick. I talked a bit about my background in terms of getting to this point on medication yesterday. I know it kind of went on a bit and I was a bit ranty, but I kind of had a lot to say. A lot of it was necessary in order for me to process it properly. So I do apologise if I went on a little. But as an extension of that, when you kind of feel as though you're not good enough, it does kind of sow the seeds of low self-esteem in your head. Because when you're constantly being told something, you're this, you're that, sooner or later you start believing it, your mind starts to believe it. And it's very hard to get out of it sometimes, it really is. Which is probably why I ended up in this position in the first place. Because I didn't address the kind of underlying issues that I had for a long time, and I didn't talk about how I was feeling, I didn't open up about how I was feeling, I didn't do anything like that. I just thought, I'm fine, I'll carry on. And that was a big mistake for me, because you can pretend that you're fine all you want when you're in that state, but in the end you're just lying to yourself. And I'd look at myself in the mirror, I wouldn't even, people talk about being able to love yourself. I wasn't even sure I even liked myself, never mind loved myself. Because when I looked in the mirror, all I could see was what everybody else said about me. Stupid, ugly, fat, idiotic, no brains, that kind of thing. Some people would say to me, you've got such a gigantic head, but there's no brain in there, is there? And that kind of thing, or your brain isn't working, or things like that, and it was just, after a lifetime of hearing those kind of things, you just kind of get really sort of down on yourself. And when I got to my late teens and I was stood on the ledge of a bridge, just seconds away from jumping off it, people wonder why, I got to that stage. Well, when you've had a lifetime of feeling like you're worthless, what do you expect? Sooner or later it's going to get to you, it's going to take its toll on you. But that's one thing I've learned over the last sort of 3 months or so, that I am worth more than this, that I am stronger than this, and that I am going to beat it all. I'm going to beat it, and I'm going to be stronger and more self-assured than I used to be. Sometimes when people say these things to you, they think they're trying to help, because they think they're trying to prepare you for how hard life can be. But in actual fact, when they do these things to you, they're actually making it harder for you, not easier. They're not preparing you for the hardness of this world. They're just being mean and nasty and petulant and everything else. But I don't get upset about it now, because I know I'm worth more than that. But I guess it used to hurt a lot when I was younger. And it did get to me a bit too much, and It's probably why I ended up with a few illnesses in my 30s, you know, because I had about 3 cancer scares when I was in my 30s. My first one was at 30, my second one was at 31, and my third one was at 39. So, you know, it was quite hard to deal with, and I'd lost, you know, people from cancer. I'd lost friends from cancer in between as well, you know, and that was hard. You know, that was really, really difficult. And obviously, you know, I've lost a member of my family to cancer now, and I've got another member of my family with cancer at the moment, who at the moment is stable. You know, and I just dread it happening to me. Good thing is I don't smoke now. I haven't smoked for weeks, and I don't think I'm ever going to again. Because after 25 years, I think I've had enough of it. You know, I don't ever want to do it again. Because, I mean, I'm still young enough to fix things from a health standpoint, just about. But the main sort of thing I have to fix health-wise is my mental health. Because, I mean, I think I've been coping alright up to now, but the last week or so I've started to struggle a little bit. You know, I'm not going to lie, it's been quite difficult. Because I've been thinking about a lot of stuff from the past, which is good. You know, I'm starting to deal with it all. But I guess having to relive some things that are awkward is quite hard. You know, when you do actually start to process a lot of things from the past, you know, inevitably you are going to have to relive them at some point, even if it is just in your mind, and it's hard. It is hard to go through it, especially when you thought you dealt with it, but you actually haven't. You know, that's a really, really tough one to get your head around, which is the position I'm in at the moment. But I'll get there. I will get there, and you know, I'm really lucky to have the people around me that I have. And I mean, once I told them about my mental health, the vast majority of them are actually still there. So that was a big thing for me. I just hope I can continue to count on their support, and I will just keep doing the best that I can and getting up each morning, you know, putting one foot in front of the other and just being as normal as possible, really. On that note, I'm going to go. Have a great Friday, and I will speak to you soon. Okay, bye.